Hello Pisces, Elsie here with a bonus read for you Pisces. How are you my watery friends? How are you my water family? I hope you're well. I'm here just to do a bonus read to say thank you for all the ways that you've been loving on this channel Pisces. I do appreciate you so much. So I'm just here with the deck and we're just going to use tarot today. And what we are going to do is read for the present, the current or the future energy. I'm not willing to dig into anything in the past. If it shows up, I'm going to have to acknowledge it. We are in retrograde energy right now. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to try and do my best. But, you know, sometimes it shows up because it needs to be acknowledged. And so let's find out what's going on for you, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces, please. What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know, please? Oh, you're going to have to face your fears on something here. Feels like you've been waiting on something here. Pisces, it feels as though you're going to have to gain some courage here. You're going to have to find your courage to face something that you really didn't want to have to face. Look, her eyes are covered, right? And this is the Two of Swords. And so it feels as though, oh, there's one arrow in the quiver and she's got one in the hand. It's like you're shooting blind. It's like you need to make a decision and you don't have all the answers or you don't have all the information. And it feels like you are going to have to face some sort of fear of like, I've got to make a decision right now and I don't have all the information that I need. I've got to make a decision to do this or that. We do have the Three of Wands and it does show that somebody here is waiting. So I feel like you've been waiting to take your shot at something or waiting for a block to resolve itself. And I feel like it shows up as you having to face your fear of making a decision without having all the information. But you've been waiting for so long for this opportunity to show up that I feel as though you're going to take a shot at it. Do you know what I mean? Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. So it feels like, I feel like there's a hesitation because you have been hurt before. We have the Page of Swords here. I feel like there was something that came to an end here. Something that was it came to a painful end here is what it feels like. And then we have the Page of Swords, but it taught you a lesson. And I never ever wish bad things on people, of course. But I'm going to say that whatever this was, you needed the lesson. And I would never wish that it would happen, but it feels like it shows up and you needed the lesson. There's something here you had to learn from it. But I think that's what's making you feel like you have to wait for more information in order to face something here. It's like you're trying to find the courage to face something that's bigger than you, Pisces. Tell me more about this. Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. Oh, okay, I'm hearing a song that I haven't heard in years and years, and there's no place I'd rather be. No place I'd rather be. Oh gosh, you know, I don't even know who sings it. We're 1,000 miles from nowhere. Oh, why am I hearing that? So you might want to just Google the lyrics. There's no place I'd rather be. It's a song from like the 80s, I think. The 80s or the 90s maybe. Oh, I wish I knew who sang it. But for whatever reason here, it's like there's no place you'd rather be. Like I feel like there's no information here where you have very little information about something that you're about to face, but there's no place you'd rather be than facing this thing because you want to kind of get it off your plate is what it feels like. So there is something here. The Ten of Swords is back on the bottom of the deck. There is something here. Temperance is here. There is something you've been going back and forth on. And so it's you're glad that you're at this place. There's no other place that you'd rather be but the making this decision. But it's frightful. Like I feel like you're scared you're going to make the wrong decision because you don't have enough information. And the Ace of Wands tells me that with the Nine of Wands that you are, when you make this decision, I feel like you're going to make a decision that is going to release some sort of burden that you've been carrying around. It's going to allow you to drop a burden and go on a new path, and no more going back and forth, figuring out what you need to do. It's like, for me, when temperance shows up, it's like puzzle pieces. Boom. All of a sudden, I know what to do. So it feels like you are going to be facing a fear of some sort, is what it feels like. First, we're going to look at the Two of Swords and find out what we're talking about. We have Sagittarius energy here. We have Leo energy. Aries, Libra energy. So some sort of justice is coming here. You're going to make the right decision. You're going to make the right decision here, Pisces. We've got the Six of Pentacles, we've got the Seven of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Look, you got more information now. So I feel like you're not scared to make a decision, even though you don't have all the details. It does feel like with the Six of Pentacles that it is, for some of you, it could be a money issue. It could be something that you are making a decision about. Please be aware that we are in Mercury retrograde. So if you're making that decision, make sure that you do have more details than not. It feels like the worry that you have is that you will make the wrong decision. But I just want to say with the Queen of Swords is also Libra. Look, you're going to make the right decision. I feel the Queen of Swords, being highly intellectual, would have thought everything out, would have looked over the details, would have gone with the truth and the facts, and is going to speak aloud. I feel like you're trying to liberate yourself from a situation that had you fearful, or you didn't want to look at it, or gosh, I don't want to deal with that right now. That's what it feels like. You're like, I'll deal with that later. But all it's done though is as you're waiting, it's caused burdens for you. So I feel like you're finally going to release this burden, but you've got to face a fear, Pisces. Tell me about this. Tell me about the Strength card, please. It's like making friends with the thing that you fear the most is what it feels like here. So we have the Fool, the Eight of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. So it does feel like you are opening the door to something new. So the Fool is here, a new chapter is here, and you know that you have to clean up the old stuff before you can move forward to the new stuff. And so it's going to cause you to walk away or detach from the past in order to get to the Fool, but you have to face some sort of fear. I feel the fear that you're facing is emotional confusion, is what it feels like. Emotional confusion about something. I don't know what decision to make here, and I feel overwhelmed at making that decision. Why is the Seven of Cups here? Seven of Cups is here because the Two of Wands. You are taking action on your intuition to ground yourself and make a decision, possibly financially for some of you. It could be about a job for others of you, but it feels like you know that maybe what you see on the surface is maybe not what you're seeing, what is really going on underneath the surface. And that's why it's making you nervous to make the decision. So it's overwhelming and emotionally confusing for you. It's a new chapter that's opening. You're facing a fear. I feel like you are just going to stand up and say something. It feels like not looking at this, keeping your eyes covered here and not looking at this is actually giving you sort of this anxious feeling. It's giving you a little bit of anxiety. It feels like you're hiding from something behind the fear wall here. Tell me why you don't want to look at it, because I feel like you're waiting for it to resolve itself, but I don't think that it will. So we do have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups in the reverse. So it does feel like it does have something to do with someone that maybe you've been waiting on. For some of you, to give you an invitation or an invite, or maybe to yeah, it does feel like you've been waiting for someone to maybe invest in you. Now, it could be investing in a business. It doesn't have to be love. If you've been waiting for someone to give you money, invest in your business possibly, it could be love for some of you. We do have the Five of Pentacles. It feels like it could be a money thing. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with this large amount of money. I don't want to get my taxes done. Whatever it is, it feels like that. But if this is love, if we are looking at something that has to do with relationship, it feels like you've been on the outside looking in, and you've been wishing that somebody would invest in you. but the Two of Cups is in the reverse, and they're not investing in you. And you're like, why? Why are they not investing in me? It feels like you need to drop this burden here. The King of Wands, the Ten of Wands, there it is. Ten of Wands, I said here, it comes up here. I feel as though you need to drop the burdens of waiting for someone to show you their feelings. It's time for you to detach. It's been emotionally confusing. It's time for you to walk off into this new chapter here and to detach from the hope or the wish that maybe somebody is going to see your worth and invest in you. You know, if you're waiting and waiting and waiting, sometimes I see in the comments, people say that they're waiting for 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years. It doesn't matter how long you wait. If you keep waiting and they're not showing up, you probably should get the hint that it's not for you, right? So I feel like somebody here has been waiting and waiting for something to happen, or somebody to show up with, maybe you're like, oh, they're just being really strategic with the way that they want to love me or show up. And I'm just going to say, I feel like somebody here has left you out in the cold, and that the Two of Cups being in the reverse tells me that maybe this person has been left out or been pulled out of your cycle or your life because they're an unhealthy connection. Maybe there's something you don't know about this, and this person is an unhealthy connection. The thing is I feel like you are the King of Wands. I feel like you're somebody who is a wounded warrior. You are somebody who's now mastered this, like, healing yourself after you've gotten hurt. But I feel like because you're in the King of Wands energy, the universe is like, I'm not putting you through that again. I feel like it's time for you to just drop your burdens, drop whatever you've been carrying around emotionally, and say, you know what? Whatever's mine will show up. Stop waiting, I think, is the message I'm supposed to tell you. Stop waiting. If this is a romantic thing for you, you need to stop waiting. If it's supposed to catch up to you, it will. And that's the way it works. Tell me about this Temperance here, because I feel like you are making some sort of a decision here. And I feel you'll make the right decision. Tell me what you've been going back and forth on here. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Swords and the Judgment card. So you've been going back and forth on making some sort of a decision. It could be a financial decision. It could be a love decision for some of you. But it feels like you've been holding back making this decision because you're trying to get stability of the mind. I really want to be in a clear mind before I make this decision. So we got 4 and 2 of 6. Before I move on, before I get out of this chaos of my mind and move to calmer waters, make this judgment that's going to take me on a totally different trajectory in my life, I want to make sure that I've got stability of the mind. It feels like you are preparing to let go of something here. To let go of something and let it be gone, let it be done. You've gone over the details. You've waited long enough. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. There's a new, exciting, passionate sort of path that's opening up for you here. But it's on the other side. I want to say it's on the other side of the river. She's using her wands to build herself a bridge to where she wants to go. I feel there's happiness on the other side of the bridge for you, though. It feels like if you are brave enough to put down your wands and build a bridge to where you want to go, it feels like there's a lot of happiness there, but you don't see it. It's like the universe has not yet thrown the net out for you to jump into because they want to know how much you trust. So how much do you trust that what I'm doing here is the right thing? Now look, there are some people who don't want to let go and who can't let go and are like, what are you talking about? What do you mean they're an unhealthy connection? And so you might chase that person and you might even catch them. But it's not going to work out. I feel like it's if you decide that you're going to run after them, pursue them, and catch them, and it may work out for a short amount of time because the King of Wands is all in fire, right? But it feels like somebody's being really strategic, and I think it's the universe that's being strategic because the Two of Cups being in reverse tells me that this is not necessarily the most emotionally healthy relationship. You're waiting for someone to invest in you, but they're not for you, and that's why they're not showing up. That's why you've been stuck waiting. So I really do think that that there is something on the other side. I want to say on the other side of this cycle, on the other side of this door, there's something that is going to make you far happier than chasing someone. I feel like you're going to be walking through this door for those of you who this is about money, who this is about a job, who this is about a something that is going to bring you more stability or finances. I feel like you need to take action on whatever your intuition is telling you about the Queen of Pentacles, because the Queen of Pentacles knows what to do intuitively. So it might be, maybe some of you want to decorate a new room. Maybe some of you are building a wing onto the house, or maybe you're buying a new house. But I feel like it's a major decision financially, and I feel like you need to take action on what you're intuitively what you're feeling. We do have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. We do have the World card in reverse. Very interesting. And the Knight of Wands is in the reverse. Look, this deck is not in the reverse. It's all in the upright. And it feels like this Knight of Wands is telling me that you're sort of stuck at this place, this precipice of, I'm ready to close the door. Are you coming through the door or not? I'm ready to close the door. And nobody is showing up. I think that is you've become this place in this comfort zone here. You've become in the comfort zone of waiting for somebody to show up for you. And I feel like you're supposed to do this leg of the journey by yourself. I really do. I feel like you're supposed to invest in you and enjoy being the King of Wands. Enjoy being the person who's the master of their domain, who has learned through fire, right? You've walked through fire to get onto the throne. And I think this is time for you to enjoy and be passionate about life. Happiness is coming, but it's going to cause you to put down your burdens in order to be able to get this happiness here. And I think that's what you don't see, because maybe you're too busy chasing that. Tell me what this outcome is here, please. Tell me what the outcome is. Outcome for Pisces, please. We have the Star energy, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Ten of Swords. Came back for a third time. Ten of Swords tells me that you're about to release it because you gained some clarity about what we're doing here. You gained some clarity from the universe, and that your manifestation actually has already arrived. The universe has kept somebody out of your way because they weren't good for you, or your manifestation is showing up for you here, and now you've got to listen to your intuition in order to make a decision about whether you're going to detach from the past and go forward to the future without being confused and facing some sort of a fear. And the fear might be taking on a mortgage. The fear might be buying something that's a major purchase. It could be that. But I feel like you're letting go once you get all the information you need from the universe. I feel like you're letting go or releasing something that allows you to go on a different trajectory in your life after you get this mental clarity. It feels like stability of the mind. All right. I hope that made some sense. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. My water family, Pisces. I'll be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.